Hello once again. So today we'll be working on using things that are fairly common to us, in this case animals. We're not going to go into detail to describe each and every single animal that finds its way within the Sonoran Desert and the Southwest, because we're not National Geographic and I'm not that knowledgeable in that sense. But we are going to go over some of those that we can find within the household. What are some of those animals? What do you have at home? You know, I hope the FBI is not looking for you because you have an alligator at the back of your house. But hopefully you have dogs, cats, you know, maybe a fish, maybe a bird. So first and foremost, human's best friend, the dog, and most of us have some. So a dog in a singular form will be chu, chu. Now in a plural form, as you're familiar already with plurals, it will be adding an M at the end. So how would that look? That will be chuum, chuum. Now another animal we can have within our household is a bird, and that will be wikit, wikit. Now, how do we put something, a word that ends with a T and create it plural? We can't just add an M at the end and make it, you know, that in a way that it sounds good for our ears to understand. So we have to adjust it, right? And the way a bird becomes plural from wikit is wikichim, wikichim. So we take away the T and we add a CHIM at the end, creating the sound chim at the end, right? So wiki, chim, right? Remember, erase the T and add CHIM, chim, wiki, chim. It's no longer wikit, wiki, chim. Now what about a cat? Some are cat lovers, some are dog lovers. In this case, a cat will be misi, misi. How does the cat become plural? We add an IM at the end, misim, misim. What about a fish? Some of us have goldfish, some of us have different types of fishes. I hope you don't have a shark. The word for fish, any creature that has breathing organisms within the ocean, to our language is called as kuchu, kuchu. Plural form of that will be kuchum. Now, we went over a couple of animal names. Now, we're going to go ahead and jump into using those animal names and structuring sentences with them, which is a really important way of amplifying our vocabulary and our talking skills, or noka. Noka means talking, talk. We want to make sure we're more and more immersed into the language and more using it in everyday life. So this is a start. Now, if we want to say, and we're going to bring a different animal now in, a deer. Deer in Yoeme is maso, maso. So if we want to structure a sentence using the deer are running, we have multiple deer in play. The deer are running. Do you remember what plural we use for the being used as plural? Well, if you remember well, it's u, u. Keep in mind that in Yoeme, the verb comes at the end. So running, right? Running has to be at the end. Keep that in mind. Whatever action is happening has to be at the end. Now, we start off with the, masoim, it's plural, masoim. What is the deer doing? Now, it's important to keep in mind that there's a plural and a singular form. The singular form of running is boite, but the plural form of running is tene, tene. Maso, tene. Masoim tene. The deer are running. It's in plural form. Masoim tene. Now we're going to use the first animal we introduced in this video, which is the dog. And we want to say that dog out there is sleeping. Well, I hope in wintertime your dogs are sleeping inside, because some places do get cold, but in this case, he's staying outside. That dog out there is sleeping. So we reference once again back to our personal and impersonal pronouns, and we're figuring that when we use that over there as an object that has life, the correct word for that will be wa. If you remember well from the state of emotions, state of feelings, sleeping or sleep is feeling sleepy is koptea, but to sleep is coche. So let's structure it now in a sentence. That dog over there is sleeping. Wa shu coche. Wa shu coche. The dog over there is sleeping. Make sure you pay attention to the way the sentence is organized. It's different from English to UM. UM, verb comes at the end, subject first. It's different in the English language. Tutuli describes someone as being pretty, as being beautiful, not only on the outside, but also on the inside. So if we want to say that that bunny, that rabbit, is pretty, the word for rabbit is tabu. So how would we say this rabbit right here that I'm holding in my hands is very pretty? This rabbit is very pretty. Ume tabu tutuli. Ume tabu tutuli. Now, if we want to say this rabbit I'm holding in my hands is really pretty, ume tabu si tutuli. Si, S-I, describes, it's a description form of excess or too much or a huge quantity. In this case, it's describing very pretty. Now, if we want to structure, those foxes out there are hunting. So the word for fox is kawisi. Kawisi. And the action of hunting is amu. Amu. So how will we structure that? That will be wame kawisim, multiple foxes. Amu. Wame kawisim amu. The foxes over there are hunting. Now, if you want to say your dog is hungry, ime shuu tebaure. Remember tebaure? Tebaure describes the action of having hunger, being hungry. Ime shuu tebaure. The dog is hungry. How would you say the dog is very hungry? Ime shuu si tebaure. Remember that? Si is important. It describes it. It's used to amplify the amount in this case. So I hope this video is good for you and it comes in handy in your everyday life, using your animals, using the descriptions of such, and implementing verbs and nouns that you know and now you know. And you can use them in multiple ways, and you don't necessarily have to use these animals. You can input names of people. You can input names of places, and you can switch it around in ways that little by little you're going to be using the language in a more proficient manner. So, Hyokoi Utesiabo. Thank you for your time.